Hey there, Billy the Kid presents. That's Tampa over there. It is heading my way. No pain. Ominous. Jimmy Page lived in Aleister Crowley's house. What was his belief system? The father of Barbara Bush, who was George Washington. Robin Williams is not a fibber. But he's gone, so is Chris Farley. Man, it exploded, did it not? Going to learn about Ramadan as opposed to Lent. The sacrifice of that period. Similarity. My daughter's partner is a Muslim named Amir. He was involved in a non-combatant operation from Sierra Leone. He and his family done very well. 5/9/11, maybe targeted, like no-fly list. Amir, he's a workaholic. My daughter loves him, and I love him too. He likes Mein Kampf. He told me that. He lives in a huge house down in Pinellas Park. What a man. Got a brother named Hammer. Now, if I was a Muslim woman, I'd have a burqa on. Suni, Shia. All right, let's learn about Ramadan. See that little tangelo tree? My brother Jimmy's idea It's his tree. Tree. Be a tree. Don't hit the wall. You're gonna watch a Japanese kickboxer, female. She punches too. Woo! We gotta dance, don't we? Alright, I'm gonna take a minute. You gotta have that rhythm. Everybody can dance. Look silly. Arcturians are silly. That's from Mancuso. What? Stop? Okay.
The time is 8:13 p.m.
2013, 1 April. We're going to do a deep dive about Islam and the Quran. There's only one truth, and I'm going to tell it to you. William tells. The original Muhammad, the real one, the one that inscribed the Quran, was a man named Siran, S-I-R-A-N. He's currently on Sirius A with Michael Nostradamus. You might not believe that, but it's true. So like all faiths, Henry Kissinger messed it up for us. E-N-K-I from Sumer, around for a long time. 1100.
Easter is 4 days away, on Sunday, April 5th.
Alright, so we know Regulus will be above the Sphinx.
Easter is a holiday that celebrates the Christian belief in the resurrection of Jesus from the dead, described in the Bible as having occurred on the third day of his burial after his crucifixion by the Romans at Calvary in 30 AD. Many of the traditions are borrowed from pagan fertility rites and the festival of Easter, but a fully formed Christian festival of Easter began to appear in the mid-2nd century.
Hey Alexa, what is the history of Ramadan?
From his.ru. The history of the holy month of Ramadan dates back to the 7th century, when the Islamic religion was formed under the guidance of the Prophet Muhammad.
So, abracadabra. Just like Abram became Abraham. Of course there was a real Muhammad, but the originator of that book was Siran. Look at the man that was hypnotized and got RFK. Not Junior, John's brother, the Attorney General, who was going to run for president. His brother was gone. So Bush got him. He got the Kennedys. The dead Kennedys. But RFK Jr. is in the Trump administration doing good things.
And Lord knows John F. Kennedy Jr. is alive. I'm going to show his latest video. He was David Keith Quigley by alias. Alias all over the place. Billy Bonnie, Billy the Kid, Henry Bonnie, Henry Antrim, William Henry McCarty, William Matthew McCormick. You with me? Good. We're going to learn some more. Get ready.
From thenationalnews.com. Ramadan lasts approximately 29 or 30 days, depending on the sighting of the crescent moon. During Ramadan, Muslims abstain from food and water from sunrise to sunset, engaging in prayer, acts of charity, and reading the Quran.
And
Ramadan ended on Saturday, March 21st, 2026. Started on Wednesday, February 18th, 2026, and ends on Friday, March 20th, 2026. Ramadan ended on Saturday, March 21st, 2026. Started on Wednesday, February 18th, 2026, and ends on Friday, March 20th, 2026. As a noun, thirst is usually defined as a sensation of dryness in the mouth and throat caused by need of liquid. As a verb, thirst is usually defined as to feel thirst, be thirsty.
I'm on Rumble now. The good side is down there at the lower left was the call-in show that I was on with Robert. It's on Rumble. We're going to watch what's on the upper right. Look at this provider. It's the same guy. Exposed to pedos, end of the cabal. Those top three. We all know the man in the middle was Andrew Jackson, and he's still alive with Ghislaine Maxwell. The reason Yeshua ended up needing to take the walk was because of a high priest named Caiaphas, who psyops the Jews that had showed up at the Pontius Pilate situation. And that's why they decided to crucify him and free Barabbas, who's Mahmoud al-Sisi. So over there on the upper right is proof that they're doing it today. Let's look at it. Reptiles grow their tails back, but this is man-made. Ford, that's incredible. These are industrious idiots. We want it to stop. St. Paul had scales in his eyes, remember? Billy Garrison, thank you for watching this. Note the man is wearing a cross, but he might be onto something.
All right, now what? Gordita. Ramadan fasting
is what we might call trans fasting. It's feasting that identifies as fasting. As such, our Muslim friends are to be accorded all the rights and privileges of the LGBTQ community, which means that the rest of us have to agree with them that shoveling giant plates of food into their mouths is, indeed, fasting.
I believe they can eat at night.
See how easy it is to call something by a completely different name from what it actually is? If you're new to the fast of Ramadan, hope I don't get canceled for that slip. If you're new to the fast of Ramadan, here's a brief introduction. Fasting is one of the 5 pillars of Islam, the most essential practices of the religion. Ramadan is the 9th month of the Islamic lunar calendar. Muslims who aren't exempt for some reason are required to abstain from food, beverages, and sexual intercourse from dawn to sunset for the entire month. But once the sun goes down, it's party time. How this works in practice is quite telling. In practice, many Muslims simply reverse their day-night sleeping schedule. They sleep during the day and stay up eating all night, with special emphasis on 2 huge meals, one after sunset and one before sunrise.
Sounds dark.
So, in practice, Muslims
That's how vampires and bats operate.
Gorge themselves with food at night, then gorge themselves with food early in the morning, then sleep all day. They wake up in the evening after a long day of sleeping and gorge themselves with food again. Then they snack all night and gorge themselves again early in the morning and again sleep all day. They repeat this cycle for an entire month. One of the main reasons I think it's utterly ridiculous to call this month-long cycle of binge eating and sleeping fasting is that my ordinary everyday schedule would almost qualify as Islamic fasting, minus the binge eating and the endless terrorist attacks we call the Ramadan bombathon. As many of you know, I have 5 sons. 2 of them have been on life support their entire lives. They have a rare genetic muscle disease. We can't leave them alone. Some years we have a night nurse, but we don't now. So I stay up with them all night, every night. I sleep during the day. My last meal before I go to sleep is around 5 a.m. So I'm done eating before sunrise. I go to sleep around 7 or 8 in the morning. I wake up around 3 or 4 in the afternoon. My first meal of the day is around 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening. True, that's a little before sundown right now, but it would be very, very easy for me to shift my schedule slightly so that I only eat breakfast after sundown. Now, if I were to shift my schedule slightly, eating my first meal after sundown and eating my last meal before sunrise, can anyone say with a straight face that I would be fasting? According to Islam, I'm almost fasting all year long. Should I go around bragging about what a devout religious person I am because of all the fasting I do? Do you have any idea how insane that sounds? Think about it. Lots of people around the world, and lots of people down through history, eat their last meal of the day around 6 or 7 p.m. They eat breakfast around 6 or 7 a.m. Would anyone say that all these people are fasting because they go 12 hours without eating?
He's got his McDonald's going. That's a Donald Trump thing.
Well, what if they suddenly get night jobs and reverse their schedules? Is it fasting then? According to Islam, yes, it's fasting.
Let's look at his books. Miracles.
Wow, that is a delicious chicken sandwich. Ah! It's Chick-fil-A. It's a Christian chicken sandwich. On behalf of cultural critics everywhere, I would like to issue this heartfelt apology to the trans fasting community
Doritos.
for hurting their religious feelings by
Those
devouring
things
a
will hurt
delicious
you
Christian
bad.
chicken sandwich during the month
I
of
wish
Ramadan.
Oreos were pure,
Ramadan.
but I doubt it.
I gotta have some of these waffle fries though.
You know,
I call
Pop-Tarts
them fasting fries.
have crap in
I
them.
got paid for product
petroleum.
placement. I could buy Twitter from Elon. This is bad. I'm stuffed. How do they keep this up for an entire month?
He is a bit humorous, articulate.
All right, I'm back and ready for Ramadan round 2.
But it appears
According
to be mocking
scholars,
their
Ramadan
faith.
is Arabic for eating disorder.
You know,
Vimto
in the
is
Catholic Church.
now like the official drink of Ramadan. It's pure sugar. I think Vimto is the Arabic word for diabetes. Tastes like carbonated cherry pancake syrup. You may be wondering, David, why do you care about this trans fasting? If people who are gorging themselves
In the
with
Catholic
food
Church,
want
you
to
know, they have
identify as
only
fasting,
fish on
who are you to
Fridays.
judge? Well, there are 2 main reasons I'm talking about this. One,
Fasting and
Ramadan is
breakfast.
destroying Muslims physically. And 2, Ramadan is destroying Muslims spiritually. First,
I
the physical.
disagree. And he can't prove that everybody's completely pigging out at
Filling your
night.
belly with horribly unhealthy
That's
food
irresponsible.
multiple times per day for an entire month.
Now, if you're with
every
your
year
family
is bad for you.
and it's dark,
Most
I'm trying to
ones
be
start
balanced.
before the sun comes up.
All right, I'm going to play this.
Free child savings accounts. Now the money I earn goes further for my family. Thanks, Anna Paulina Luna, for fighting for families like
A
mine.
woman in our current system. And where are we now? Pizza with meat on it. Papa John's. My God. Jeffrey Epstein's. If he's not eating people, he's eating that. It's got people in it.
Looks like this. Your
Yes.
chest looks like this, and your back looks like this.
Most of us.
This Monday,
Not anymore, though.
There's a sharp rise in hospital visits during Ramadan, many of them due to digestive problems. There's a surge in uncontrolled diabetes cases because of Ramadan. Thanks to Ramadan, obesity is on the rise in Muslim countries. Gulf countries are now among the fattest countries in the world. But as long as they don't eat pork, it's all halal, am I right? Food retailers have to start stocking up at least a month before
the Hebrews
Ramadan
have
in order to
kosher.
keep up with the increase in food sales. Food bills
And I
increase
believe
by
that's
50
still
to
meat.
100% during the month of fasting. And depending on the area, food bills can increase much more.
Dawn until dusk.
Medical journals still find this confusing. They say things like, surprisingly, weight gain and not weight loss.
The
was
Saudis
reported
give
after
their
Ramadan
money to
by Saudis, which
America
indicates
and
timely needed
Jared
lifestyle
Kushner
and
Donald
dietary
Trump.
modification programs
Weight
for a
changes,
population
fat
which
boy,
reports
Trump's
one
going
of the
down.
highest prevalence rates
Today's
of
2
diabetes.
April. He'll be gone by
Yes,
Thanksgiving.
shocker. A month of
At the
binge
latest.
eating every year leads to health problems.
Try and
There are tons
disagree.
of studies reporting these kinds of
He
issues.
shits his pants
And
every
when you
day. The
point
guy
out what
must
Ramadan
have all
is doing
kinds of
to the
crap
Muslim
going on in his
community,
body.
Muslims reply, but we don't all do that. Okay, there may be exceptions, but the statistics show this is a massive problem everywhere Islam goes. But it gets worse. Keep in mind that not everyone who's trans fasting can sleep all day. Some people have to go to work.
He's got his
during the
facts,
day after
but
partying
he's
all night,
leaning
but then they can't even have
in
a
his
sip of
direction.
water while they're working.
I
Leading to a
admire
range of medical emergencies,
Muslims that
heat stress, traffic accidents, and so on.
obey the
But as
rules.
long as they don't drink a beer, it's all halal. Am I right?
I don't drink.
Productivity drops between 35
Vacate
and 50%
your senses.
during Ramadan. Imagine being
You should be a
less productive
vegetarian.
while giving yourself diabetes and going into debt to pay for all the food you're shoving down your gullet. What a religion.
My daughter's
Islam?
partner owned
Morbidly
Nature's
obese
Table
Islam?
as a franchise. He had
So,
multiple locations.
Ramadan causes lots of health problems for trans fasting Muslims.
He's now purchased
But
a
that's
few
just the physical.
homes around here, and he's having
There's
them
also the
elevated.
spiritual.
He's really
Muslims
smart. My
claim
daughter helps
that they
him.
follow Jesus. They say, we follow Jesus more than you Christians. Now, what
Well,
they
they
really
view
mean when they
Yeshua
say
as
this
a prophet.
is that they follow what Muhammad said about Jesus. They claim to
'Cause he
follow
came
all the prophets, but they're
hundreds
just
of
following
years
what
later.
one false prophet said about all the prophets. So at the end of the day, They're
Meanwhile,
still following one false
I don't
prophet.
talk
no one
cigarettes
else.
and tobacco
They definitely don't follow the Lord Jesus Christ, who was the all-time king
and
of
cocaine.
exposing religious hypocrisy.
It's
In
Jesus'
Matthew
second
6,
daughter,
Jesus
Yeshua,
condemns religious
the
practices
Mayan
that are meant to
civilization.
impress other people, acts of righteousness that are just for show.
I don't know that
He
Muslims
talks
meditate.
about giving to charity and prayer,
They
and then he says this.
make
about
their
fasting.
pilgrimage
Matthew
to
6,
Mecca.
Verses 16 through
My
18.
God, that's as bad as the Georgia
And when you
Guidestones.
fast, do not look
But they're
gloomy
gone.
like hypocrites, for they disfigure their faces
I mean,
that their fasting may be seen
Let's
by
hope when they
others.
expend all the ordinance,
Truly,
they
I
just
say to you,
bomb
they have
Mecca
received their reward. But when you
and
fast,
Rome.
anoint your head and wash your face, that your fasting may not be seen by others.
It
but by
needs
your
reconstruction,
Father who is in secret.
redefinition.
And your Father, who sees in secret,
Many
will
nice
reward you.
cities, though, up in the stands.
Notice, Jesus condemns fasting that's meant to be seen by others.
Mother Mary's
It's
buried
not
in
fasting in order to earn a
Pakistan.
reputation
And
for
Yeshua is
righteousness.
buried in Kush.
Reputation is the
There's a
only
grave
reward
there.
you get, according to Jesus.
And it
Apart from
was
that reward,
desecrated
fasting
by
is worthless.
the Allah
Imagine
worshippers.
a religion that demands, as
Allah
requires,
is
5
Enlil.
pillars of orthodox practice.
Do you know
an entire
that?
month of public fasting. It's
Look
not
at
fasting
Truman, the
in private.
Shriner.
It's not fasting in secret.
My
It's
God, the
fasting
presidents,
that
the
everyone
A-bomb,
sees and knows about
the
and has
Concordant.
talks about.
Get up to
You're
the stars,
praised
man.
if you do it and blamed if you
What
don't.
about the
You
Draco?
literally announce to
And what
the
about the
entire world
reptiles?
that you're fasting.
We're going to view
That
them,
would be bad enough.
the
But
hybrids.
imagine what Jesus
from the
would
dumb.
think of this public fasting if it weren't even fasting. Imagine the level of contempt Jesus would have for a religious practice of public fasting that isn't even fasting.
He honors
In other words,
everyone.
imagine a religion
For
that
trying their
encourages
best.
people to
As long as
pretend
you're trying
to
your
fast
best.
and to praise each other
And you
for
have
fasting,
love in your
even
heart
though they're
for
actually
your fellow
gorging
man
themselves with
that
food
transcends
multiple times per
all belief systems.
Jesus criticized people who were actually fasting, but who wanted other people to know that they were fasting. He called them hypocrites, even though they were fasting. How much worse is it
He
to
would
want
tell
other
the
people
truth,
to think that you're
face
fasting
to
when
face,
you definitely
individual
aren't?
by
It's a
individual.
double hypocrisy. Hypocrisy for not actually fasting,
You know,
and hypocrisy for wanting a
Levi
reputation
Dowling
as someone who
wrote
fasts.
the Aquarian Gospels of
If you
Jesus
made a
Christ.
list of everything Jesus
And
said not to do as part of your
the
religion,
Muslims
and you rolled
quote
it
it.
all up into a giant ball, you'd get Islam.
Matheno,
The main
what he
question
did, and
remains
meanwhile
is,
Billy Carson's
why is
lost, the
Islam
black
like
guy.
this?
He's from Malbec.
Why do Muslims eat more and spend more
Zuckerberg's
and
from
waste
Malbec.
more when they're fasting than when they're not
It
fasting?
was a planet inside Jupiter. It's now the Van Allen belt, the Mars Malbec
Extreme
Wars.
gluttony. The answer, I think, lies
When the
at
dust
very
settles,
heart
the
of
little
Islam.
Martians beat
Islam
them.
doesn't teach people to
And then
control their
the
desires.
selection happened and
Islam
DNA upgrade occurred.
encourages people, the men especially, to carry their desires
He's
to
trying
perverse
to
extremes. But it only
supersede
allows them
what
to satisfy these desires
our
within the
brother
Islamic framework,
tried to tell
thus trapping people in their own
individuals.
desires and using these desires in the service of the religion.
It's
For
individual.
instance, if a non-Muslim man goes clubbing regularly and has sex with 100 different women, Islam will condemn him as a fornicator. But if this same man converts to Islam and joins the jihad movement, he can marry
Holy
more
war.
women and take home sex slaves after every battle and be perfectly righteous before
That's going
Allah,
back a little bit, but I'm
even
sure it
if
still
he has
happens
sex
in
with 100 different women.
subsections.
Notice, same desire in both cases, sex with lots of women. But one is acceptable and the other is unacceptable, based on whether it's
If you're not
advantageous to
married,
Islam.
there's no problem.
Likewise, if a psychopath goes on a killing spree, he's surely going to hell, according to Islam.
There is
Unless,
no
of
hell.
course, he goes on a killing
We're in
spree
it.
as a terrorist attack for the sake of Allah as part of the Ramadan bombathon.
Again,
in which case,
Allah
violent massacre
is
will
Enlil
grant him a one-way
from the
ticket to
Sumerian
paradise,
tablets.
where he'll spend eternity deflowering virgins.
He's a stepson.
The psychopath
Rotates
wants
from
to kill
planets
either
to
way.
planets. Aldebaran got
Islam
it shot.
provides the
80-year
framework
Concordant.
for pleasing Allah
Bush.
while satisfying the desire.
1938.
According to Muslim
2018.
sources, the tribes of Mecca
And then the
violent,
orangutan got
lascivious,
it.
and gluttonous.
The one who eats McDonald's and shits it out as fast as he gets it into his diapers. Wait till you see this reptile. It's got a flipping diaper.
And presented them with only one way to satisfy them. The Islamic way.
All right, we got it. The real Ramadan rules you never knew existed. His website is Acts 17 Polemics. And that's 3 years ago. Not bad. Woo! Next. Reptiles grow their tails back, but this is man-made. Ford, that's incredible. These are industrious idiots. We want it to stop. St. Paul had scales in his eyes, remember? Billy Garrison. Thank you for watching this. As it says there, there's only one truth, and you'll hear me say it again. All shall be revealed.
Unveiling the real JFK. So this is what I found. So first of all, there is a website called JFK Jr. Stolen Identity. This is the book that just came out. This is all, I think this started hitting the scene in June. I'm only aware of it now. But there's the book, Stolen Identity, Unveiling the Real John Kennedy Jr. There's a few of these stories on Rumble.
Look at the resemblance.
Also, here is his TikTok page. That's him right there. And you'll see some of these 475,000 views. He goes into quite a bit on his Twitter. He shows his ears and stuff as well. But you can dig into that.
It was a part of MK Ultra. Denzel Washington knows him.
31 followers.
Back to ear biometrics.
Quigley is the name that he goes by, and there's
Hannity knows him.
As you can see, I believe those are his ears, and then that looks to be the JFK Jr. that we've learned about. That's his ear. So I believe that's what those pictures are referring to. Here's another website, and apparently he's aiming to do a DNA test fundraiser, and that's what's going on there. Here's his book on Amazon, Stolen Identity, Unveiling the Real John F. Kennedy Jr. Here's his Facebook, David Quigley.
On Facebook.
John Kennedy Jr. as well. And finally, there's an interview on Rumble, this gentleman, The Missing Link. And I'm going to play a little bit of this for you guys. And like I said, I'll put the links below. We'll see if Scott wants to do reach out to this gentleman.
You'll hear another host in a minute.
And this is a little bit about his story. Play short amount of this. Here we go.
Yeah, I get a lot of those comments because people just jump into my story. And, I say I'm John Kennedy Jr. They look at me and they say, "You're not John Kennedy Jr. You don't look anything like him." But what these people need to realize is I was replaced. I had no choice. At 10 years old, I believe it was 10 that he took over my shoes. So I was basically kidnapped and replaced by the John Kennedy, Mr. Pretty Boy, the whole world knew, to siphon money to my family's money to the mafia, organized crime. But that's why I don't look anything like him. Look at
Onassis and Kennedy are both part of the bloodlines, 13 of them.
young childhood photos and you'll see it's me. I get so many comments after you explain that to people and they look at childhood photos and say, this other guy ain't him. The hair color's not right. He's got a pug nose, big lips. And yeah, you can follow the pictures in my career, even through Hollywood. But yeah, I don't blame people for, jumping in and saying, this guy ain't John Kennedy. But
He was a
know the
Walter
story. I was
Reed.
kidnapped and replaced.
Hell's Angels helped him. And he was on the plane that went down.
there you
Clinton
go.
wanted him dead.
I'm not sure what to think. There's a lot of
Imagine that, him
sites,
and
et
his
cetera, that you guys can go to, but
imposter
I just think there
together.
needs to be a little bit more about this on Rumble and YouTube. So I'm going to upload it there. I'm not making any claims. I'm just
John
sharing
called
this, and I'll
the
put links
Onassis
to
guy
every
John, and he
page
punched
here
him.
below, and you guys can dig in and have at it.
The fake one punched him.
Anyway, happy digging.
The living one.
Hey, cheers.
All right. You got the picture. He's Chris Farley. Gotta love that man. Coke and Coke. Judge for yourself. All shall be revealed.
Well, good evening, sir. How are you?
Thank you.
How are you
Listeners,
doing
so
this
much.
evening, John?
Good.
Well, we actually have a really amazing crew here. We have people from all over the world. I was looking at people were coming in from all over the United States. We have people from here. We have amazing people all over the world here tuning in to this very special engagement. So, brother, again, thank you for being here. I'm grateful that you're willing to put yourself out there. I know you suffered a lot of ridicule because there's a lot of people out there that are always looking for ways to kick a person down that's trying to get their truth out itself. So, John, why don't you introduce yourself to our audience right here? There's some people here that don't know you, haven't ever heard from you. And so go ahead and tell them a little bit about yourself and why you're doing what you're doing right now.
Well, the name given to me at a young age was David Keith Quigley, and that was done by government agents that were trying to hide me out and keep me alive and save my life, I believe. And the name that my mother and father gave me were John Kennedy Jr. All the childhood photos that you see, White House photos and photos up to the age of 9 are me. My life is very confusing after that because I was always going from place to place. People were trying to hide me out. People were trying to kill me. And yeah, a crazy childhood.
I had nothing to do with those posters.
Floyd, did Andy say anything to you about putting up my posters?
Yes. Yes, he did.
Good man. Good man. Always tell the truth.
It's coming pretty clear now, isn't it?
Barney.
Okay. I'm taking the one way to break through the Iron Curtain and bring my case to the people. I'm challenging you to a free and public debate.
Well, what are we
Whoa.
debate about?
You think I've been walking around
Opinions.
for 5 years with my eyes shut?
The Iron
Hey,
Curtain.
You just show up because I'm blowing the lid off.
Whoo! Barney. Oh, Kiki Dicky. She floats like a butterfly. I bet Bruce Lee's looking at her and saying, that's good. He was born in San Francisco. She's big in Japan. Got all her teeth. She's very pretty.
Meet Mona Kimura, the real Chun-Li from Street Fighter, or When Cosplay Went Too Far. Mona was born on April 12, 2001, in Mizuho, Gifu Prefecture, Japan.
April 12th.
From early childhood until she entered university, she trained in boxing and karate. These were the beginnings of her martial arts
So
career.
she's gonna be
Mona quickly demonstrated
25.
talent and became the Japanese national champion at just 18
Look at
years
them
old.
toes.
She later even represented Japan at the 2022 IBA Women's World Boxing Championships, cementing her status as one of the most promising Japanese athletes. Despite her success in boxing, Mona ultimately chose kickboxing, a less lucrative sport. After signing with the Crush promotion, fans quickly began comparing her to the Street Fighter character Chun-Li due to their remarkably similar fighting
She can
styles.
punch too.
And so, on November 16th, 2024, Mona made her debut against a certain Ai Ogiwara. She opened the fight with jabs, and her first attempt at a kick resulted in a brief takedown. But Mona easily rose and responded with a powerful hook.
さあその赤木村モナがサウスポー、そして荻原愛がオーソドックス。ファーストコンタクトはああいうね握りの前上段の前蹴り素晴らしい。木村モナは今回はですね蹴りからつなげていきたいということなんですよね。別にこの元ボクシングっていうねそういう実績なのにこの全然パンチじゃない期待がからそして対する荻原愛がパンチで私は倒した。
Nervously, Ogiwara attempted to clinch and landed a couple of punches, but Kimura seized the initiative. A left straight to the jaw knocked her opponent down.
期待できる試合なのかなと思ってます。そう、インドから今右足パターン。
Left.
Soon, another accurate right hook ended the fight with a spectacular knockout.
そうですね。デビュー戦とは思えない冷静さというか。空手の敵は前蹴りしか蹴ってるイメージないですね。ああ、そうなんですか。
Greatest of all time, says up there, GOAT.
ずっと、はい。それでもう7連覇っていう感じだったんです。そう、印象的には。はい。さあ、来るところカウンターで。わーっと今度は右。さあ、1ラウンド。
She's got the left, she's got the right.
1分30秒残した。
Got the feet. And she is undefeated.
In her second fight against Yuka, Mona immediately unleashed her signature kicks, controlling the pace from the opening bell.
っていうところなので、パンチに注目がいくところかなと思ったんだけど、最初はね、もう空手の足技から見せてくれて、そうですね。完璧な試合での KO 勝ち。
Yeah. Yes, in Japan. Hill Station Konya. I can't wait to go there. Japanese, great. Subaru. Seven Sisters.
When Yuka tried to close the distance, Mona effectively used her boxing skills to keep her at bay.
And she got in the ring for it. This is from 4 months
The entire
ago.
fight was dominated by Mona.
The GOAT.
Although Yuka managed to land a couple of hits to Mona's head, it made little difference. Kimura easily regained control.
木村選手の左ストレートはすごくデビュー戦もそうだったんで、今日もですね、もう本当伸びてくるんですね。脱力した状態からしっかりと的確に、倒せるパンチを出してくるので、前蹴りと同様に、この井川選手は右を返していこうという井川です。前蹴りが鋭く伸びてきます。本当に後ろに力がないんですけど伸びてきますね。そうですね。前蹴りをね、被弾しながらもですね、決して突き上げるような蹴り。どんどん前に越えたところでそれを一つ牽制しながらちょっとこれ以上これはノーダウンです。これ以上ないもうキャリアでエリートですね。
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say.